for a week. Fine, everything's fine.
Hey, Fiber.
I don't see any scowling or smug faces about this intro jam.
Oh, yeah. No, this is
So
nice.
much better.
I like it.
We're okay with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we're recording.
The other one, I felt like I needed a fanny pack to listen to.
I don't feel like I'm talking right today. I'm going to have to, do some vocal exercises.
What?
Watermelon, watermelon, watermelon.
Ma, 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 ma.
Yeah.
Me,
Yeah.
me, 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 me,
I
me,
feel
me,
like
me,
I'm
me.
slurring my words. I haven't really drank anything.
Huh. Have you drank? What do you mean by not drink anything? You've had something?
Well, I've had a few sips of
Yo,
Yellow Belly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Curse.
But just a few.
Yes.
How you doing down there, Savage?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah. You're talking very quiet.
Tired.
Did you get laid this
I
weekend?
haven't done nothing all day today, so I'm extra
He
tired.
got laid.
He got laid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He's
always
like,
get
"I don't
laid.
have
Good job, bro.
I don't have anything to be angry about. I'm just going to talk all pleasantly and quiet down
Do
here.
you see this? I always get laid.
Good work, Melody.
I mean,
I'm really feeling like I'm going to have to turn him up now.
yeah, I
This
know,
is
right?
unusual. Is there something wrong with that mic?
I mean,
No.
he went from yapping, then we started the recording. He's hardly saying anything at all.
I'm going to have to put back on that other intro music to piss him off a
Well,
little bit.
we haven't started talking about anything yet. Get me excited.
We were talking about raised beds.
Yes, we were.
Yeah.
That's
You-
the only thing I've done today.
You two have reached the age of gardening.
Yes.
That's not that. It's more the kids. They wanted.
Oh, yeah. Blame it on
Oh,
the
it's
kids.
good.
Yeah,
It's
no.
good. It battles our reliance on the capitalistic structure.
Yes.
Wow.
Boy, starting this one off strong.
I know, right? The everybody should dabble with gardening. I truly feel
Not
that.
everybody has that capability.
No,
Some
well,
people-
raised beds.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's pretty easy.
yeah, you can throw a raised
Dirt.
bed on your apartment
You could
balcony.
do it in a 5-gallon bucket if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could. You could do it.
Well, then you're going to get
Do it.
microplastics.
You
Oh,
could
yeah.
do it in a 5-gallon bucket.
No, you couldn't. But you could definitely grow a garden in a 5-gallon bucket if you wanted to. But yes,
Yeah.
you may get plastics.
Microplastics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the kids, they've been talking about it. So I was like, screw it. Let's do it.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
great. What are you going to grow?
We're going to start off easy and go with potatoes because
Okay.
that's the easiest thing known to man to grow.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, you
Oh,
basically.
you do nothing and
Yeah, you just chunk a half-cut potato with some eyes on it in
Right.
the ground and then water it and
you can't forget to do that whole pile
The
up
mound thing.
the mound
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah, that's important.
Well, speaking of microplastics and things we consume,
Right?
I posted this on the old shared notes. I don't know if any of y'all read through it, but
No.
Let me get it out real quick.
yeah, whip that out. U.S. food experts says what Americans eat almost certainly is making them sick.
Yes,
I did
I've
read
seen
that.
U.S.
article.
food additives banned in Europe.
Yeah, and it was pointing to
Surprise! Guess what?
specific-
Yeah, your government does not have your best interest in mind. And
Yeah, it was pointing to specific additives. I can't remember what those were, but
a lot of it was grains and how we used modified organisms.
yeah, I mean that's no small deal.
Well, no, it's not because I don't know unless you go back 50 years,
Mhm.
and I don't know how that's possible. How to get? I don't know. This is ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Why does mine
No.
do it and yours doesn't?
Yeah, that's a very good
Freaking
question.
China,
Anyways,
dude.
And like you have a 4x4-inch area you can keep your phone so it doesn't
It doesn't do that. And now,
Yeah,
and I'm trying to
that's
prop
very
it up
strange.
so I can read the notes.
It's because you're the only one that don't believe chemtrails are real. Me and Doc's protected our phones from them.
Doc, don't jump in that boat with him.
Okay, I'm
Don't
not
jump in that
jumping.
chemtrail
I'm not
boat.
jumping.
China and the balloons came for your phone. Listen to it.
Yeah.
Don't do that, Doc. I know you can get into some conspiracies. but
Whatever.
Stay away from the
You're the one
chemtrails,
that
bro.
put the freaking.
that was to antagonize you.
Now you're getting on the train, bro.
No.
You're getting on the train.
Contrails are water vapor.
Contrails.
But yeah,
Okay,
that's the
but
thing. You'd have to go back 50 years to find like a natural grain that's not genetically modified. So where do you, I guess you'd have to go to Europe and buy grains and literally start our grain belt in this country all over
Completely
again.
over.
Yeah, completely
Yeah, how
over.
does that actually happen? We don't. I don't think we do that on a widespread level. I think the answer is grassroots.
Yeah, and
Right?
I guess there's probably some kind of farmer out there that's doing
maybe
their own
I mean,
thing. But
arguably, any worthy change that's ever happened has been grassroots led.
But this genetically modified stuff was not started for nefarious reasons. It was done to keep up with food requirements or the quantity of food, and to have better crop yields throughout the year. So what happens if you do go back to a historic ancient grain? I wonder if our soils would even stand it.
I don't know. I don't think we know, but to a large degree, we were driven to the state we were driven to by
the powers that
be. Faulty science.
Yeah.
The establishment of the USDA food pyramid in, what was that, like 1977, was heavily influenced by industry. We know this now. It's out there. It's not conspiracy.
Still is.
Yes.
Speaking of the USDA, I see.
So you have to question that. You have to question myplate.org right now.
Myplate.org?
Yeah, that's a new quote unquote food pyramid.
So that's a government sponsored website. Yeah. In other words.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But by saying government sponsored website, you're really saying corporate.
Yeah.
Sponsored website.
Lobbyist sponsored website.
Well, it's not even lobby. It goes much deeper than that.
Cronyistic bullshit.
It's like the people funding the research, which produces this knowledge, are the ones creating the website.
Mm-hmm.
So the
might be a tad
corporate
biased.
interest.
Did y'all see that company?
Yeah,
dude, you got to speak up.
Did y'all see that company? Maybe it's your headphones.
No, maybe it's not.
I'm talking just like I always talk.
Okay.
Did you see this company making beef out of a 3D printer now?
That's not beef.
No. It's definitely not.
Like there's some.
Maybe red and meat-ish.
No, it is. That's what they said. It looks like beef, but they're trying to take over. Like he says, our goal is to be the number one beefish or whatever word he used company in the world.
If you think environmental
animals, bro,
catastrophes are coming because of the cow pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just stop eating meat. Stop eating things that resemble it, taste like it. Just stop.
They're called vegans. They do that.
I've kind of gone full circle on myself, haven't I?
You just told everybody to stop eating.
Well, okay, be a vegan, but stop telling others how to eat and stop saying we're going to reproduce what is grown and made by nature.
Right.
And then tell you that you should eat that.
Well, I don't know that they said they were trying to like.
I don't know. Some of the YouTube videos that my daughter sends me on vegans, they're terribly judgy people.
Oh yeah, most of them are. Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, naturally, my sample size is small, so I can't. Yeah, but
if you're a non-judgy vegan, call the hotline.
Yeah,
and let us know.
Doc 55.
I'm not answering.
5555.
That's why it's Doc 555-5555. Not fire, bro.
They need a disclaimer, like if you know how you get scam calls now. Like scammer could be vegan calling. Vegan calling. Decline. I don't know. Could I have a conversation? Do you think I could have a rational conversation with a vegan? Do you think that's possible?
No.
I would like to see you try.
Yeah,
I think that would make my year.
2 minutes, maybe.
We need to bring a vegan on. I want to see this.
You can't threaten
place.
violence against them because they'd last for like 2 minutes and then you'd break a bone or something. So
no, you can't. Well, yeah, and that's just a terrible thing to do, to threaten violence.
I mean, is somebody. Is it? Or is that the reason?
We're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about the return of corporal punishment.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I have that down as a bullet point.
Oh,
I disagree with you. No, it is not wrong all the time to threaten violence against somebody.
Well, I think it's wrong maybe to threaten. I think at some point you need to actually go through with it.
Yeah, follow up with it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to tell somebody you're going to hang them for...
Okay, maybe realistically shouldn't beat a vegan because they're vegan. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying what's so much harder is threatening reason against somebody.
Well, that doesn't lead for a colorful debate. How dare you come at me with logic and reason? This is supposed to escalate.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Speaking of people who don't trust the government, have y'all heard about Woody Harrelson?
No.
His Saturday Night Live appearance?
I have not.
I have seen video on it, but I haven't watched it.
Do you have this?
Yeah, I want to see if I can get it airplayed on here. Why is this? Oh, because I'm on a freaking...
Because we don't have internet.
We don't have internet.
That's right. I can't. I'm on a hotspot to get internet to work to this, but then you can't AirPlay.
But we do have a plan.
We have a plan to have
I don't
internet.
know why we're even making fun of him. Ghost Bro doesn't even listen to these anymore.
It's still funny.
Let's show up to his house. This is who we need to threaten violence against, Ghost Bro. Let's show up to his house, blindfold him, kidnap him, and pour a bottle of Malort down his throat.
Yeah.
Oh, I like
You got
this.
1 week to get us internet, bro.
And we're out of that.
That is threatening violence. Yeah.
In a positive,
I like this.
In a positive
way,
reinforcing.
yeah. We know what's good
way.
for you, so we're going to institute it.
Now you sound like
the government.
Right. I don't think. Okay.
We
so
do need to go shopping.
What's the element of this video? What's the?
I really want to play it, but it's not.
Can you just
stick it up?
Do it on
stick
your
phone up to the mic.
Okay.
I mean, I don't need visual.
Well, if I do that, it's going to make all the.
Oh, maybe not.
Cartels in the world get together and buy up all the media and all.
Okay.
The movie goes like this.
The movie plot.
The biggest drug cartels in the world get together and buy up all the media and all the politicians and force all the people in the world to stay locked in their homes. And people can only come out if they take the cartel's drugs and keep taking them over and over.
Yeah, he's not talking about
Throw the
cartels.
script away.
Yeah.
I mean, who is going to believe that crazy idea? Okay, so the movie goes like this. The biggest drug cartels in the world.
Okay,
we
so
all know what he's talking about. And unfortunately, that is probably the last we'll ever see of Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, I was going to say he's about to
God rest his soul. What a good man.
Geez, I will point you to a Jordan Peterson podcast that was published on Thursday, number 334.
Okay.
And it is about this. It's a very intelligent
Jordan Peterson, number 334.
That's right.
Okay.
Very intelligent discussion about that right there.
Well, I think The Simpsons also predicted this too.
The end of Woody Harrelson?
Simpsons were brilliant.
The whole pandemic.
The pandemic.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that was really I
don't know that
Woody Harrelson's been the classic hippie.
Okay.
Like, I want to smoke pot, have my own liberties.
This question is present.
The classic liberal. He is a classic liberal. Like,
I would
leave
agree.
me the hell alone.
I would agree.
And stay out of my life. I'll make my own decisions.
Okay, it's present. Let's ask the question. Was it a pandemic or was it a plandemic?
Plan.
I'm going to, these days.
I don't know if everything was, but.
Okay. So you are yourself identifying as a conspiracist.
Yeah, but
by saying plan.
Yeah.
Demic.
But it's not a conspiracy. I've just read another headline from ABC that said Department of something, it wasn't Department of Defense, I don't remember what it was, is basically low-key admitting that this might have leaked from a lab.
Okay, but that doesn't imply plan.
No, I thought they were.
That doesn't imply plan.
Maybe the event itself.
I think it's rather obvious.
Out. Yeah,
it was a lab leak.
Yeah. Somebody didn't have
obvious.
sex with a bat, and oh God, here we all have COVID-19.
I think that's been proven.
Yeah,
that it was an actual leak.
But the plan is the intentional
the control.
No, yeah. So was it intended to be leaked from a lab or not? It's a conspiracy question.
I don't know. I feel like we talk about this shit too much anyway.
I got you.
What I think was planned was the part, the jab,
clot shot.
Because obviously,
why do you call it the clot shot, Doc? Being a medical doctor, you might know a thing or two that us local yokels don't.
Oh man, that's beware of getting me started on that.
Yeah, I think let's just move on because we touch on this way too often, and people are probably sick of it.
Sorry, fans.
Yeah,
yeah. If you want us to talk about this more, we would love to.
Call the hotline.
I would love to call the hotline.
We're gonna have to eventually get a hotline. I could just throw my number out there. Everybody in Wise County already knows it anyway.
Yeah, right.
Moving on. In the show notes down here, we have Doc's loss of reality.
Oh my gosh!
But before we get to that, I gotta say, I gotta talk a little bit about babies.
Yes,
and talk about all the people that I'm thankful for in the last couple of weeks since we've had ours. I think everybody. I mean, there's been a huge showing of love and support and contributions of food And man, I tell you what, the contributions of food shall not go unnoticed, because that is a huge time saver and a major help in somebody that's had a newborn kid.
Right.
Yep. So thank you all for those that have contributed, given food, whatever. It's been a delight. Because not having to cook.
I guess I'll get you some food this week then.
Yeah.
So out of all the people, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but all the people that did donate food, did any of
only
them?
One MFer has made me a steak.
Yeah,
twice.
no, but what was good?
It was Wall. He should have been at Whiskey Club representing.
Okay. I did miss Whiskey Club for you. So
did.
I mean, if that doesn't say something, but no, I wasn't. And like I said, I wasn't trying to toot my own horn. I was going for. Did anybody bring you food, but also cook themselves a steak? Like I brought y'all over to my house and gave you food, but I was like,
we were fed,
I'm still going to cook my steak,
and we took food home. So yeah, that absolutely 100% counts.
It's
good.
Yeah.
You should cook yourself a steak.
So speaking of steak, real quick, and then we'll get back to babies.
No, we have all the time in the world for steak.
Yes, because he had it. Wise Choice Custom
I
Meats.
should have brought that.
I should have brought it too.
Thanks, Lynn.
Introduced me to some new salt something. I don't know what it is. It's all Brazilian. You can't read nothing on there.
Is it sausage?
No. It's like salt.
It's a seasoning.
Yeah, but it has other stuff in it, and it almost reminds me of brown sugar consistency.
Okay, so it's granular.
Yep.
Okay,
but it's like a wetter and it comes in a little jug.
Okay.
And I was just up there and I was like, hey man, I got to get some salt. You guys got it? And he goes like, no, man, get that stuff right there. And I was like, I'm about to put this on $120 worth of steak. He's like, ever stirred you the wrong way before, Heath? And I was like, screw it, give it to me. He was not wrong, because it was good.
It was pretty delicious.
So I'll have to show you it, and
I will
cook some steaks with it.
Yeah, I will go on a little fact finding.
Can't be any unhealthier for you than good old American grains.
Yeah, because we did. Didn't we look? And it has what did we say it had in it? That's the reason why it's so good. MSG,
monosodium glutamate, which is not the devil that it used to be portrayed as being.
Right.
Just
like a lot of things.
Just like salt is not the devil it used to be portrayed as being.
Yeah. Shitty food has shitty things.
Yes.
Okay.
Salt is not one of them.
Yeah. You can't isolate to specific shitty things, because shitty food is just horribly complex and shitty.
Yeah, I feel you, and I can attest to that at this current stage and this current hour, because for the first time in over 2 weeks, I said, well, screw it, I'm going to go get some fast food on the way out here to the studio. So I went and to the place that has a burger with and now I feel like absolute dog shit.
Yeah, orange sign.
Yeah, orange sign. Yeah, big orange sign. And of course, you ate
the Whataburger, and you're paying the price. I gotcha.
We're not talking bad about Whataburger. We're just talking about
bad fast food.
But Whataburger exists in the set of foods that is considered shitty food.
The burger itself is probably not so shitty.
The bun.
The bun being processed grains, and then the fries probably being cooked in some sort of seed oil.
Okay, well, the burger came from a cow that was probably on a feedlot.
Could be 3D printed.
Yes, we could say. Who knows?
Right. So I think
yes, most likely it came from a feedlot of cows being fed
shitty
grains and other adjuncts.
So likely high in omega-6s and omega-9s.
You said it better than me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bunch of omegas.
Because that's what feedlot meat has. Yeah.
Okay. Those are harmful omegas?
Yeah. The lower it's like Goff on omega fatty acids. The lower the number, the better.
Okay.
So omega-3.
I was fixing to ask, how is omega anything like driving around on the golf cart all day, getting drunk, smoking cigars, and sucking? Your golf and my golf must be different.
Both in the long run are bad for your health.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that's how, that's how it is.
But I did have a Dr. Pepper, of course. But
sure.
Just I'm getting to the point where like sweet things. I don't do soda, but like once a week. But it's like 4 or 5 sips, and I'm content. And I threw the rest of it out the window. Not the whole cup. I didn't litter. I just threw the ice and the Dr. Pepper out the window.
Here's an idea. Okay. So your shitty meal was so complex
with shittiness,
you can't actually pick out what aspect of the shitty meal is making you feel shitty. So whenever you engage with shitty meals, not that I do this, right? But when you engage with shitty meals, maybe like be more specific in your shittiness so you can appropriately determine how shitty it makes you feel. That's a cool idea.
How does one do that with such shitty meals?
I don't know. I don't know. Well, for one thing, maybe don't do the Dr. Pepper when you do the burger.
Okay, so eat one thing at a time.
Yeah. Then you can identify whether and probably.
Well, I could tell
it's
you
a useless study.
I just wanted fries. Like I haven't had anything fried or salt.
That's a good point.
Savory, salty, seasoned like that. And usually, if I do go to a fast food joint and get something, it's just going to be a burger. I don't get the fries. It's just like give me the a burger.
Interesting.
And so I think the fries compounded the shittiness into uber shitty.
Right. Right. Okay. Wow. That's like we're making intellectual leaps.
Podcast name? Uber shitty.
Uber.
Ooh, I love it.
Deadly
Uber shitty.
Deadly Omegas.
Uber Eats shitty.
Yeah.
But in the baby realm, I do want to make a cue quick.
I say what now?
A cue quick.
A quick.
Listen, I'm a little sleep deprived. Okay, I'm getting sleep, but it's 2 hours
baby
here,
quick
3 hours
quick.
here. Few quick. Accolades to baby
accolades. Okay.
That make life easier. Baby technology.
Oh, it's come a long way.
Pretty fascinating stuff out there.
Yes, it is. We had talked about the whole stroller car seat situation.
Yeah. I love the one
fantastic.
that we have. I didn't know. Savage down there says they have one that's, it's a step further and streamlined. But ours is pretty good. It's the 3-wheeled jogger, which Firebro here himself will never be jogging with. It's mostly for the wife.
You can say walker.
But I can walk with it.
You don't have to jog.
Yeah.
And it's got the system that you click in your car seat and click that thing out.
Yeah.
Right.
And we have the 2 bases in each of our cars. Click that seat in and click it out. And then it's
absolutely brilliant.
So mobile.
It's like cams have come a long way.
What?
Yeah, baby cams.
Baby cams. Yeah, we have the I forget the name of it, but we've got 2 cameras in there. You can cycle back and forth, and of course, any little noise it picks up on.
Yeah, breast pumps have come a long way.
That's exactly how
yes.
I've told my wife, I'm like, I love the fact that you're finally walking around the house, basically boobs out. I love this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's not for my benefit at all.
But doesn't mean you can't side benefit from it. I mean, that's great.
So yeah, she's been utilizing. She's a milk machine.
That's awesome.
So we call her a mommy milk truck right now.
Okay. Have you posed a question of whether she would allow us to do a live on the show?
No, I have not. You can propose that question.
Not from the breast, but just the milk. Like. That might be funny.
I'll stick to the Malort.
Yeah, I think we could try it. She would probably be okay with that. Or I could just sneak it out and she would never know. She's going to know now because she's going to listen to this and blush and go, oh my God, you make me blush.
Yeah. We just outvoted Savage Bro.
You're going to try some milk?
He's going to have to. We just outvoted him.
It obviously is very good for you.
Obviously, yes. I think it is. I'm not going to find out.
But anyways, so we've got a milking machine that'll do both at once if you want, but it's hilarious because that's the sound that it makes. Womp, womp, womp.
Yeah, cool tool.
Yeah, and it's great because that in the middle of the night, after she's breastfed a few times and the kid wakes up at 3 a.m., which she does, like a clock right now.
Yeah.
And like, I'm freaking hungry. Like, okay, I can go get her. I can take her in and warm that bottle.
Yeah.
And then feed her, and while mommy gets some sleep.
Good job, Dad.
So I'm trying, but then that throws my rhythm off. Like I don't have a sleep cycle anymore.
Yeah, you won't for a while.
Your sleep cycle is when you can get it.
Yeah, welcome.
What I would recommend is
I love it though.
Consistency. It's like, okay, well, if you take the 3 o'clock hour, then you always take the 3 o'clock hour, and then that gives you the opportunity to work to establish norms, taking that into account.
Yeah. I think the older she gets, the less frequently she's going to want to eat, though. And right now she's at like the height of that cluster feeding stage.
Right.
So if we can get to the time where we're like 4 hours in between, that'll be monumental instead of every 2 to 2.5 hours.
It'll happen.
Feedings. Yeah, it'll happen. But at the same time, with the stuff that you're overwhelmed and annoyed with, it's also like I have this consciousness because I am older. Like, oh my God, they're going to grow out of this, and this is it. So I'm like,
right.
I'm trying to savor the moments when I can.
That's important. I had a very groundbreaking talk with Savage Bro on the way home from Jordan Peterson a few weeks ago. We went to Jordan Peterson's talk in Fort Worth.
I know. I was supposed to be with you all that night. I'm glad I declined to go. Otherwise, I'd have been getting a phone call. My water just broke.
That's right.
We need to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm glad you missed it too, but geez, man.
I'm glad I missed it for that sake, but I also would have loved to be there.
Yeah, where he told me his favorite, I guess, quote was, "This too shall pass."
Yeah.
Savage Bro did. And I've only viewed that phrase negatively in that, okay, well, your life must be shitty that you're only hoping that it just
whatever this shitty moment is will pass.
Yeah, right. But he made the elegant.
It doesn't have to be negative.
Understanding that, it's also positive.
Yeah, positive, and
this will pass as well.
It will also pass by. Yeah, I think you're spot on.
Yeah. It's like, wow. Okay, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah,
right.
Then the diaper genie. That's a wonderful apparatus.
And I've told him numerous things. That is, if they ever have a second baby, what is first baby only shit? Diaper genie, first baby.
No, there's no way in hell I would use that for every baby.
That's exactly the same thing I said too. But then it just gets really easy just to chunk them, because I mean the trash goes out just as fast as the diaper genie. As that kid gets older, you're going to go, holy crap!
It's wasted money.
It is.
No. Yeah. What kind of trash bin did you have? Did you have the little top that
we
just
had
flipped?
a diaper genie?
You mean like trash can or?
If you said F the diaper genie and you were throwing your stuff in the trash.
Oh, no, the kind where you push the button and the lid would come up and then you lock it back down.
Okay, that's not as bad. Ours is in a drawer. And when you open that drawer, every cent that's been concentrating in there comes right out. So, no,
I mean,
you'll go through
a little bit more trash bags, but such a pain.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. First baby stuff.
Okay.
How is it? Wait. It's like a $50 apparatus. And then the diaper genie bags are like.
Yeah, they get you on those.
Just a pain. Yeah. So much easier to throw in the can and go.
I disagree.
Yeah. Well, I mean, luckily you get to decide for yourself, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then you saw.
My wife would say diaper genie.
Yeah, I'm diaper genie all the way.
Yeah.
That just means Savage Bro didn't change as many diapers as he probably claims to have.
Probably changed more.
Yeah. So what technology would you like to see that isn't around?
I don't know. That's tough.
Okay. I've thought about this a little bit, and I thought about developing it, but I'm not going to develop it, so I'll just throw it out there. Okay, somebody could get really rich off this.
Well, then we shouldn't talk about it.
No, it's cool. Like the perks of listening to the Whiskey Bros.
Okay.
Is you might get rich.
If you turn into a billionaire, feel free to compensate us as well.
Please do. Mommy Molly.
You say Molly?
Yeah, Mommy Molly.
I don't know what that is.
So Molly is the system on military backpacks. So it's those straps that you can then add stuff or take stuff away, and so they should develop a line of Mommy Molly to where you can take bottle holders or napkin holders.
I already got that. Yeah, I have that.
They made that already.
They already made that?
Yeah. I've got one. Our old neighbor, Dean, sent me one from Amazon, and it's a military-inspired backpack.
Man, I thought I had a great idea.
It's called Tactical Baby Gear. Look it up.
Damn, they should just called it Mommy Molly. That's much better.
I think there is much better. Push the dads. The Molly. So that's kind of gay.
What?
Say, bro.
What? Hey, bro.
I think they're trying to push towards the dads and the tactical stuff.
Maybe.
But how many dudes you gotta go? Hey, dude, you gotta check out this Mommy Molly.
We're sitting around talking about baby stuff.
Mine's called the
I'm
mod
saying,
backpack, like the key mod rail or whatever. So
yeah,
I think that's the reason why they called it
marketing
tactical
towards
backpack.
yeah, they've got their marketing down.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah,
Now Sarah's got a thing that's a backpack like that, and it's also like it spreads apart, and it's got a little playpen in it that you have your confinement there for your toddler, your
playpen technology.
Yeah. Then I seen it's like an activity belt.
Yeah,
it was, and it had like a little fanny pack thing built into it.
Yeah, fanny packs are awesome.
But no, they're not. What this was cool was, you know how
3 podcasts in a row I think about fanny packs.
You know how when you carry your kid when they're young, you always put them up on your hip and you kind of cock yourself to the side. And especially when you're doing it one-handed.
But you don't have to do that if you have this support.
This activity belt thing.
See, fanny packs are awesome.
What's not the fanny pack? It has a big pad built onto it.
Yeah.
So where the kid's butt sits right on the pad, and then all you got to do is hold your arm around.
See, somebody came up with that.
Then you get the tactical baby gear thing that just like holds them right here.
Yeah, well, that too. You just get it all.
You got both hands.
We'll talk again when that baby is a year and a half.
25 pounds.
Sarah makes you go to Six Flags, let's say, and it's 115, and you got that baby gear on you. We'll see. We'll talk.
I'm not going to Six Flags with a 1.5-year-old.
In August.
Sure, buddy.
In August,
sure,
in
buddy.
Texas.
Yeah, you keep believing that.
I made that mistake once.
Well, we're not. I don't think we're going to do Six Flags. Period. One, because I'm
not saying Six Flags. I'm just saying anywhere.
Yeah.
When you want to go, she's going to want you to take the kid to the zoo so you can take 7,000 pictures.
Yeah.
Talk to me after that when you're sweating your balls off.
Equally horrible in August.
Oh my God! It's
Anyways,
terrible.
bottle technology has come a long way. We have the Philips Event bottles, and they're anti-colic. They have a vent system that keeps the nipple full of milk so they don't intake air, which is nice. The bottle warming device that we have, just pour like a little, I think 40 milliliters of water into it.
Yeah.
First baby again.
Yeah. 3. No, you're like, screw our kids, but if they were lucky, their milk was room
first baby.
Milk right out of the freezer.
First baby, we were like, let's heat it up. I'll test it. And then about halfway through the first baby, we were like, just drink the cold milk.
Well, I've already tried that.
Fine.
It was like an emergency situation. It was the middle of the night. Everything was just going wrong. And I'm like, okay, here's some cold milk. I'm going to try it. She was like,
yeah. No, it's not a middle of the night thing. You gotta get them used to it. But it didn't take mine very long.
Into the warmer. And then another thing is the bottle steamers, the sanitizers.
Yeah, more first baby. Second baby comes along, you're like, just throw them in the dishwasher. It steams. It gets hot.
Yeah, it does. But this thing's decently easy. And then you said, so I didn't know your apparatus that you were talking about, the stroller system, went one step further. Like it was the car seat and stroller.
Everything was all in one. Like you grab
take the car seat out, set it in the stroller.
No. That's what we had.
That's what I thought.
That's what I had.
Yeah.
He has the exact same thing I had.
Yeah.
So this one has gone even farther. You don't even take anything out. Like you literally.
What?
So let's just say the kid's sitting in the car seat.
Yeah.
So you grab the car seat, and then you grab it like so. Click the 2 buttons, and the stroller pops out of underneath it. And then you click it and go. Wow. Then when you get ready to pull it, you push it, and it sucks up into the car seat, and you shove it into the...
What do they come up with next?
It's
awesome.
What was that old cartoon? Inspector Gadget?
Yeah.
Inspector Gadget shit right there. Go Gadget baby crib.
But me and Matt Fisher were walking on the square, and a chick...
Who's that guy?
Yeah, who is that guy? A chick gets out of her Tahoe or something like that, and pulls her kid out and snaps it in and goes. And me and him stopped in our tracks and was,
what is this?
What did we just see? Like we couldn't believe it.
That's it as far as I can think of stuff that really. I know you talked about they have a SIDS sock or a vital monitoring sock.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a lot more paranoia.
What about the diaper wipe warmer?
Yeah, I still don't know how I feel about that.
See, we had that first kid. We had that on the first
diaper.
kid.
You don't know how you feel about the monitor or
monitoring.
Okay,
yeah,
that just seems like it's more stress than you. It would be fixated on that constantly.
Yes,
and especially as much as babies change their respirations.
Right.
Yeah, that's
the fall. I mean, you'd have to seriously take into account the false alarms.
Yeah.
With that type of technology, and really, really, babies are mostly fine.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
I think it'd be like your baby monitor.
Yeah.
Like I guarantee y'all's first 1 or 2 days, every little peep, y'all are probably looking at the screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then 2 months from now, baby will be in there crying for 6 hours, and you'll be like, all right, I guess we better go check on it. That's how we were. We were like, every time we just, what? And then eventually we were like, yeah, she'll be fine.
So it presents a bias in that just because you can measure something, you're going to freak out about it.
What would be very beneficial technology
initially?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Beneficial technology at this point would be like some way to monitor your baby's bowels to find out if they are truly done pooping by the time you change the diaper.
And that not be X-ray.
Exactly. Okay, yeah, we don't want that. We don't want to put X-rays into our child. But if there was some system that said, yes, your child's truly done, don't worry about putting on a clean diaper and getting it shitted up again.
Yep.
It's like every parent needs a sonogram.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, okay, that's a little extraordinary, but still, it's mostly poking fun at the fact that, we've changed more than a few diapers now, where she's like, not done.
Nope.
And man, babies have some powerful shits.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
It's incredible the velocity that stuff comes out.
Yeah.
And they look you right in the eye as you cradle them and you're trying to console them, and they'll look you in the eye and they're like,
yep.
What's that, motherfucker?
Yep.
Clean my ass.
Go get those wipes.
You're like, oh, you're so cute. I love you so much. Let me go wipe all that. Oh, it's all over your clothes. Oh, it's all over the diaper. Okay, that's all got to go in the wash now.
Well, see, that's why
I do not miss that.
It's supposed to be that way, and you got to remind them one day. You got to tell them.
Oh, it's coming back around.
This too will pass. You got to tell them this too will pass. One day.
Just wait till old dad's in the nursing home.
Wait till I'm in the nursing home.
It's like, screw you. I'm hiring nurses.
Yeah.
Yeah. By that time, we'll have some ass wiping robot.
Yes. That would be another beneficial tech, is an ass wiper.
Right. We've already developed bidets. It's like, what else is coming around the corner?
That's crazy. I remember talking with Chad and Will about, most foreign countries, bidets are normal.
Right.
And they're still not normal.
Shamefully, I still don't have one.
Yeah, I wonder why that is. Why do you think that really is?
Well,
because they are
toilet paper lobby, bro. Paper lobby.
Okay.
But us as a human free, we have the choice to go and do that.
Yeah,
none of us have one.
We Americans tend to promote what is consumable.
Yes, we do.
Okay. Yeah.
But have you ever sat on a bidet?
I have not.
I have.
Like, it's legit.
Yeah. I have had so many people
it's the bomb.
Who get a bidet say, I would never go back.
Yeah. That's me and you are even worse than Doc, because we've actually benefited from it.
Yeah, and we still don't have them.
You get one for like $40 on Amazon.
Okay, let's do that.
And total
this next paycheck, let's do that.
We're all buying.
It's not like a bidet is a mobile setup.
Tune in for the Whiskey Bros next video.
I know.
Bidet usage with the Whiskey Bros. Watch how we squat.
We need to go get these things.
Yeah, but I do agree. But
it's great for people who have hemorrhoids too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm speaking from experience.
It's but I think we Americans tend to use consumables.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, toilet paper is a consumable.
Well, so is a bidet, because the thing that we're going to buy is plastic. So we're going to get cancer.
We're going to get porcelain.
No.
Yeah, but consumable, like,
no way, they're plastic.
Like in the aspect of diaper genie.
I'm talking about the ones you can just install on your. Have you not seen these?
Yeah, you install them on your toilet.
Your toilet seat.
Yeah,
yes.
Right.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to.
But it's not a consumable like a diaper genie is consumable. Yeah. So diaper genie, you have to buy something to put in it, for it to
throw
work.
It away. Yeah.
Toilet paper is that way.
We have to buy something to put in our toilet to make the bidet work.
Yeah, but it
continually replace it.
Yeah, decently continuous. Just as much.
So what you're saying is we're stupid.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah,
because instead of buying toilet paper over and over and over again, now that's the next question.
We could just buy a bidet.
Well, you still have to have toilet paper.
Yeah, but you use it like, how much toilet paper do you use? Or do you just
start putting some wash rags near the...
Okay, so
baby wipes are also a good alternative.
Yeah, just
in a really shitty situation,
do not flush them.
How much toilet paper do you use?
That's something I try not to be conscious of.
Is that too personal of a question?
Well, fuck it. No, it's not. But I am not. Dudes. I am not a. I'm not a.
Are you a water
conservationist? And I'm a water dude. I don't have the time to. I don't have the time to put that stuff down and fold it. And
I'm kind of the both in because I like water, but then I fold a little bit.
Dude, I love it. We run the gamut because I sit there for 5 minutes while I'm taking a dump, and I roll my toilet paper. Yeah.
Wait, when you say roll it, are you rolling it around your fingers?
Yeah. I'm making nice little toilet paper wipes.
Patty cakes in there?
Yeah.
Good question.
How
does blind people know when?
This is the question you're referring to.
Proposed before. Yeah. I don't know.
How do blind? You can feel it. Okay.
Bull crap,
Does my butt itch or not?
No.
You cannot. Okay. Sometimes I'll think I'm done.
This is funny. Because it segues into what's kind of throwing me for a loop, intellectually speaking. But there's a certain perspectival knowing in wiping your ass. So you're feeling the sensation of actually wiping your ass from the inside of you, right?
Yes.
And so blind people know because they can feel it. And okay, so
but how do they know when it's complete? Like you give the old scratch and sniff test, I guess.
So they can't look down into the toilet or look on the toilet paper to make sure they've fully wiped their ass, like there's no more shit left. But they know.
Okay. I don't think they do.
They know.
I think they just take a chance. Go
okay. We need to have a blind person on here so we can ask them.
Yep. Hey, bro.
Hey, how do you first of all, why are you blind? Second of all, how do you know when to stop wiping?
And it's going to be a moot point anyway because Elon Musk is going to solve blindness.
Yeah.
The Neuralink stuff is incredible.
Yeah.
It really is incredible. But we're not done talking about shit yet, okay?
Okay.
There's a running theme on this podcast. Good God.
Wait, what do we call the Uber shitty?
Uber shitty. I mean, I originally have another name for this called Whiskey for My Men, Diapers for My Cows. Because
what?
Did California
propose? Not yet. But this is starting in France. There was a dairy proposing to mask their cows and put diapers on them.
What?
To rein in.
There's no way
to rein in methane emissions from cattle.
That somebody would actually propose something like that. There's no way we're not.
And I'm sure it was proposed. Wow. I know the mask thing for sure was proposed, but I guarantee you there is some sort of talk about an apparatus to put on a cow's ass to curb methane emissions, which is preposterous because what also is a large contributor to methane emissions?
I mean,
a mother effing landfill.
True.
This will be the same process as the dumbass EPA did with diesel emissions.
Right.
Okay, we'll put something on there. Now you've got to put goat piss in to curb your diesel emissions. Yeah. And you do this with a 2.5 gallon plastic container each time. Mm-hmm. So now we have landfills full of plastic containers.
Well, same way with their electric windmills.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't even get started. These have to be decommissioned. Can we recycle them? No, we can't. No. Bury them in the ground.
Yep.
Anyway, so I guarantee you there is some sort of
I kind of want to see that now, though.
Diapers on cows to curb methane. So you haven't eliminated the problem. You've doubled it. If you think cows are a contributor of methane, or cow shit is, I don't understand that in the first place.
What makes you think that these people are about eliminating problems? I think
that's more of a control thing. You're on the head with
or a capitalism thing.
Yeah, because those same people are probably patented cow diapers already.
Yeah, so. But now, and idiots are going to go, oh, this is a viable product. This will work. But what are we doing? Now we're throwing cow shit and diapers into a landfill.
Yeah, but you've seen, and I know
which may be great for the landfill. It might start growing grass.
I mean, me and Doc for sure have seen this. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but we've seen a 17-pound, 18-pound baby explode a diaper.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you definitely know what cows can do. Can you imagine that diaper?
Well, and the original proposal was to mask their cows to curb the methane from their burps. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What does a cow do? It eats.
It eats. And
how does it eat with a mask on?
It ruminates. Literally.
Yeah.
It ruminates.
It's purpose.
Yeah.
And guess what? It's built by nature.
Yeah.
And guess what? The things that comes out of its ass contribute to nature.
Do we need to start inventing some cow wipes?
Okay. Disregarding.
Sheet. It'd be like a sheet.
This is interesting. Disregarding. Okay, you could strongman. Okay, say we said, I know this is false, right? But say we said methane coming from cow's ass is a problem for the environment. Okay, then the workable solution to that is not a mandate.
No, it's not. But let me compound before you get to the mandate point. The issue being is that, well, we're raising more to feed more people than nature would allow for on a normal basis. Okay.
Yeah.
That's their viewpoint. Continue on with your mandate.
So say we actually said this is a problem. I don't personally believe this, but the workable solution comes in finding a way that capturing methane works for individual farmers, right? Mm-hmm. Not mandating that they have to do more work to save everybody, right? Mm-hmm. And that's the way I think Elon Musk has kind of gone about some of the world problems versus the government. Is like the government comes in and says, oh, hey, you need to do this for the sake of everybody. You need to wear a mask during COVID for the sake of everybody. You have to do this. Whereas Elon Musk comes in and says, we're going to adapt the technology so that you really do benefit from it, and then you'll want to do this. Mm-hmm. And so that's cool. You just sent me down a path on that one.
Or we could just admit that some methane is part of an environmental ecological system.
Yeah, your framing of the problem may be wrong, which I think the whole climate thing, it seems obvious to me that our framing of the problem.
The preaching is coming from people that reside in concrete jungles and iron jungles filled with cars that emit tailpipe emissions, filled with electricity that has to be generated with something, filled with consumables and resources like steel and iron and copper and silver that have all come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Have taken some sort of energy to process, mine, child labor included in some of those.
You're just a climate denier.
Okay, I'm denying it.
No, but seriously, who defined the climate problem?
I don't know, and the science is always changing. But like I said,
I would recommend listening to. Well, we've talked about him, Bjorn Lomborg, as maybe kind of an.
But there are methane is part of our natural, and I mean methane discharges are part of our natural ecological environment. Swamps full of methane. Swamp gas is methane. Methane comes from ice. Methane comes from water. Methane also comes from volcanoes. It's there, whether you like it or not. Now, let's get back to the issue at hand of, well, there's too many cattle on the planet because we're raising them in mass to feed humans.
Okay, I think before we call something a problem and upset our existence because we've defined it a problem, we need to actually decide if it's actually a problem.
It's not a problem. Here's why. Because these same people that are pontificating for eating less meats would also be the first to say...
I like that word, pontificating. I like this.
They would also be the first to say that pre-industrial revolution and pre-European expansion of America, when there were billions upon billions of wild buffalo, that was just fine. That should be the way to do it. And what are those buffalo doing? Those billions upon the Native Americans have stories of talking about so many buffalo that in mountain valleys,
right?
They look like a sea of literally you couldn't see the ground.
Yeah, I would be hard pressed to say whether I can say that humans are not contributing to the warming of the planet. Okay, so I don't know enough to form an opinion, right?
Yeah, my approach to this is lay off the meat eaters.
Oh,
that's my approach with all of this.
Yeah.
Because whether there were billions upon billions of wild roaming buffalo that vegetated, shitted on the ground, and emitted methane in their own right,
right,
now they have been replaced by billions of cattle being raised for consumption.
Yeah. And where I go with this is I pin myself to people who are obviously smarter than me.
Yeah.
But like Jordan Peterson, it's like, okay, it seems rather obvious that letting people get or creating the world where people get out of poverty actually does more for the environment than we, give credence to.
Yeah.
Would it not be easier just to build indoor AC-ed, filtered feedlots? Where you just, because when the cows get to the feedlots, they're already to a certain size. Mm-hmm. So just build a huge warehouse.
I mean, at that point, you could capture the methane emissions coming from them.
Yeah, filter it.
Tents.
Well, not even filter
Tents.
it. You could capture it.
Yeah, plastic tents.
You could capture it, separate it, and burn it off for energy used to power that facility. Because
but you're probably going to hot box the cows in the process.
Well, not if you have an efficient system.
You got AC.
But if you had a system that could take that, utilize it, methane burns 100%.
And then you could probably charge more for that beef because you could probably say it's somewhat
there you
close
go,
to
thinking
Wagyu.
like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
This is a American. We call it something, not Wagyu.
The non-beef eating Nazis will always have a burden to bear as far as other people eating.
Well, I think it comes down to this theme: people thinking they know more about a really complex problem than what they actually.
It's not that complex of a problem.
Vegans think they know the problem.
Yeah, but it's
the
not
problem.
that complex of a problem. If you're telling me that I should eat something that's grown from a lab versus eating something that is grown and provided by nature, that also shits. That excretes things that benefit nature.
There's a basic heuristic there, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, go natural, don't go natural. Well, the heuristic says, you just go natural until you have enough evidence that you shouldn't.
There is no evidence.
I don't think there's enough evidence.
It's a universal scale.
I think Whataburger has proven that that you should stick with natural when possible.
What?
Whataburger has proven that you should stick with the American fast food epidemic has proven that when you have the option, you should go with the natural option.
You said, did he not say impossible? I thought you first said natural impossible.
I don't know what I said.
I don't either.
I didn't even drink that much. I did bring out this Acre rum though.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Good Acre Distillery. Anyways. Are we done with cows and diapers?
Sure.
I don't think I'm going to put diapers on my cows, boys.
No.
Yeah. I'm going to let them shit on the ground, and I'm going to let that shit turn into fertilizer, and I'm going to let that ground grow just the way God and the universe and nature intended it.
I think you should do that.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
If somebody wants to come out here and put diapers on my cows, have at it. And also good luck with changing those diapers.
I kind of want to see it. I want to see somebody try to put a diaper on a cow.
I can't even pin the cow without actually like risking injury.
Oh, speaking of cows, Doc.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where's this going?
Well, first of all, we got extremely lucky. But I'm sitting in my man cave.
That he wasn't asleep.
Yeah, I was just watching. Yeah. And I was watching, sounds like that video we did. I was watching some television and just loud back in my lounger, taking it easy. And then Mel and the girls were on their way home.
Uh-huh.
And then I have cameras and connected to my phone with motion detection, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I get a little buzz in my pocket. I'm like, oh, that's probably just them. Because, when you come into the gate, it tells me somebody's there. And then I was sitting there, and then I got another little buzz, and, okay, that's probably them up at the house. And then I got a buzz, and then I got a buzz, and then I got a buzz. I was like, what the hell are they doing? So I pulled up my phone, and I opened the first camera, and, I mean, there was nothing but cows looking at it. Every one of all the cows. What is that,
110 cows.
110 cows in my backyard.
Oh, man.
And so I come running out of the man cave, and they're in between me and the gate in the road. So I just take off.
The road being the highway.
Yeah, the highway, yeah. So
which is open.
Yeah. I just take off running down through the woods and do a big giant arch coming around. And when I came back up to there was 5 of them sitting right in the driveway, almost to the road, and I was so scared they were going to just all of them come.
The joys of living on a ranch.
You bet.
I warned him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the yard got nice aeration.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and some some free fertilizer.
God.
I don't know. You should let cows frequent the lawn.
Well, if they wouldn't
more
tear
often.
if they wouldn't tear it up and they would just take some nice deuces in it, then but the yard's soft and they come trampling through it.
Well, by that stance, you have to actually go get the deuces yourself and transport them to the lawn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That would be the safest route.
I'd rather use some kind of chemical that probably killing
makes life easier.
Yeah. Well, you can't get that.
Pour me a little of that acre rum. It'll liven things up here.
It's interesting. I like the word you used earlier, pontificate on this rum, because I don't feel like I can pontificate.
Well, before you pontificate on it, will you pour me some?
Sure, talking a lot.
God. Are you not having anything tonight?
I'm not. I think I had enough last night.
Okay, gotcha.
Is that just regular old rum? If it was coconut rum,
really hard bottle to open.
You're not just being dramatic?
I think you're being dramatic.
And I'm being dramatic.
If it was coconut rum, I would try some, but is that just regular?
Oh my God, that's plenty. Jesus Christ.
You said you wanted to liven it up.
I don't want to be coherent for the rest of it.
So you're going to talk about said rum, or are you just going to bring it out and not tell nobody?
No, I'm going to let Fire Bro talk about it. Yeah, what do you think?
He don't even know what it is.
You're the one that got it out of the fridge. It's in front of you.
Well, we got this at Acre Distillery, as in Hell's Half Acre. This rum is, hold on, I can't see it.
No, you got
that's
glasses.
Like Butterscotch City on my nose.
It's like 54% alcohol.
Oh, it's hot rum.
Yeah, so it's a
pretty good.
Damn.
108 proof.
Pass that around to Savage and see if that
God, you're gonna make me drink it.
Well, you don't have to drink, but knows it, and that's like
screw it. Just pour me some.
Yeah, there you go. Just pour him. That's like
my glasses.
I've never had rum that gave me butterscotch.
Here, you can confirm whether this is actually a hard bottle to open.
Is that flavored, or is that just rum?
I think it's just rum.
What's that figures, Lord?
It's like Werther's Original Butterscotch.
For being 108 proof, it's definitely smooth.
It does not taste like the nose. Huh.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't
definitely buttery on the nose.
Getting down here through the notes.
108 proof.
Finally winding up on Doc's Loss of Reality.
Oh yeah, this is tough.
Listen to this. It's strong. It's 108 proof. It's strong enough to satisfy the taste of any cow puncher, buffalo hunter, or gambler, con man, shady lawman, or church going skull.
It's like they know their Fort Worth demographic.
Yep. But I don't think it's flavored. I don't see any flavoring. It just says rum. Yeah, I'm gonna try some.
Okay. So,
you know you got to put it up to the mic. It's really hard to open.
Is Doc being dramatic?
Okay, so yeah, where to start with this? Okay, so a few weeks ago, I sent out a podcast to you, which was Jordan Peterson's 321 podcast. Okay. I guess I kind of worship the dude. He's cool. But his conversation with John Vervaeke, who's a cognitive scientist. Okay. And the conversation was titled "A Conversation So Intense It Might Transcend Time and Space." And I would say it did that. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I listened to that like 5 times, that podcast.
God. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you told me when I came here, you were 28 hours into this.
Yeah. Well, okay.
So this is on repetition.
Okay. No, not that. Okay. So I then say, okay, my mind is blown. Okay. It's kind of blown from that podcast. I start looking into John Vervaeke, who's a cognitive scientist at the University of Toronto, and he has a lecture series called Awakening from the Meaning Crisis. Okay, that is 50 lectures long. Okay. I am 28 lectures into that, 28 hours into that, and it's almost caused me to be a little dissociative because it is so mind-blowing.
It really puts you out of your own element, out of your own little bubble.
And it's like, I'm going to have to go listen to it again, but I have a hard time even describing how...
so this is Jordan B. Peterson,
what it's about.
Episode 321?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
321. And then you go to YouTube and you find John Vervaeke.
Yeah.
But it's essentially analyzing the situation we've gotten ourselves into by the way we rationalize things. Okay, that the scientific revolution has kind of led us as a humanity down a certain path, and that's how we think about things. Mm-hmm. And maybe if we correct some of the ways that we think about things, then we can actually solve our meaning crisis.
Yeah.
Right. So the meaning crisis being being nihilism. Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Nihilistic
Does any
elements
of it truly matter?
Yeah. Exactly. And so it's incredibly interesting. But my mind is like blown. I can't stop listening to it. I
totally blacked out through that whole conversation.
You're cool.
I'm listening.
So yeah, if you dare, listen to that podcast, because it may blow your mind too.
What did I say? 321.
Yeah, 321.
How easy? Some things that Peterson issues are. One, really hard to keep up with because the guy sometimes is all over the place.
I mean, Savage Bro went to the Peterson talk.
Yeah. I know he went there, but I'm talking about on a digesting level. I mean,
it is. Even there, I was in that same boat of, this is freaking awesome. Well, I listened to everything he said, but sometimes you're like, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to listen to. But I think anybody in that situation, I think if you was to sit down with Elon for 7 hours, we would probably get
we
lost.
have with Joe Rogan, right? Mm-hmm. But that's called, what Peterson would say is that's the zone of proximal development.
Yeah,
zone of
those
proximal
people
development.
Are way smarter than I am. So
you listen to people who are smarter than you are. They're going to challenge you.
Yeah.
And cause you to kind of rethink your preconceived notions. And that's, gosh, this guy is doing that for me now.
Okay.
Yeah.
321. I'm going to check it out. I want to take a turn here with this show. I don't want to tell anybody that's listening that if you're not easily offended, but if you're offended by
if they're still with us, then
if you're offended by like hard truths, violence, or anything like that, something that that puts you off, that maybe don't listen, but
or do listen.
Okay, I like
or do. You've been warned anyway. This is going to get
warned.
This is a table full of dads now.
Okay,
and I think you two know where I'm going to get off on. So
no, I don't.
I don't have a clue.
I had no clue.
Well, the piece of human excrement that is responsible for the death of Athena Strand. We're not going to mention his name because hopefully he's going to be wiped from this earth.
I mean, the sheriff mentioned his name like 5 times during.
I know, but I don't want his name going down. I don't want people to remember his name. He's a human piece of shit.
That's already
okay.
happened,
So you don't want his
name. So, anyways,
you don't want the right people to remember his name.
I want the right people. I want him to be made an example of, and a name not an issue. Okay. Just whatever happened with the situation being an issue. So, anyways.
You are going down this path.
Yeah. The sheriff and the prosecution are, of course, going to go for the death penalty, which is great, but it's not enough. It's too merciful. It is too merciful. If you want to talk about psychopathy and being a psychopath, the visions that I have of something that I would do to somebody like that did something like that to my daughter or any kin, or, I mean, Athena wasn't our daughters, but in a way she was our daughters. Just everybody having a turn with this guy.
Right. We are a community of people that raise daughters.
Yeah. Or anybody out there that has raised a child.
Well, I've always said, I think the punishment should be whatever they did.
That gets to what we were talking about earlier. Violence sometimes being an answer, and corporal punishment, I think, should be a valid recourse for some criminals. Like, in my opinion,
how do you decide, or can the same government that is perpetuating some things upon us be the protectors of that principle?
I don't know. I don't know how that would happen, but I'm saying from a viewpoint of somebody that, what's the best way to phrase this? Somebody that wants to make an example of somebody, then corporal punishment should be a thing, because you don't want somebody that might replicate this same sort of thing down the line.
Yeah.
If this is fresh in their memory, like, oh, this guy did this and got stoned to death by the community.
Right. Okay. So
I better not go down that road. Or it's like, oh,
I need a definition of corporal punishment.
Where is it that overseas?
Physical pain, either leading to death or to
corporal
but it's not just
being body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not just about pain either. It's about public humiliation.
Well, I think there is some country that does that. Like if you
a few.
If you get caught stealing,
flogging. You remember there was some flogging.
Yeah, there's a few. Saudi Arabia being one of them.
Singapore,
yeah.
Yeah.
Malaysia, perhaps.
Right.
Some of the East and Middle East, of course.
So does the threat of corporal punishment, public corporal punishment, decrease?
100%.
I think it would.
100%.
I think because it's not just pain and violence you're inflicting on somebody; it's public humiliation.
Okay. So
you will always be remembered as the guy who molested some girl and got caned, and that's all you will be the rest of your life.
Right.
And
that shouldn't be the rest of your
compared
life.
to the alternative of okay, we'll put you we'll put you in a climate controlled box, feed you 2 or 3 square meals a day for the rest of your life, and you might get out or you might not. But
okay, so essentially what you're saying is the degree that we allow criminals off easy, off easy meaning lack of corporal punishment, is the degree that we perpetuate violence in the community.
Justified violence.
That's what I said. I feel like if whatever you did, there's your punishment right there.
If you are proven guilty without a reasonable doubt and convicted of it,
or like this guy,
now you can't go around and say, "Oh, Savage Bro offended me today. He's an asshole. I want him caned and stoned, or I'm going to do it myself, and it's justifiable because my feelings are hurt."
Right. Okay. So
that's not applicable here. I'm talking about a full-on conviction, guilty without a reasonable doubt, which in this Athena case,
right,
this guy is.
Yeah. Okay. So I've always kind of thought to myself that the reason we have the death penalty is because we can't well enough rehabilitate evil.
No, you're right.
That's like we have not, as a society, figured out how to take somebody who has done an evil thing and rehabilitate that out of them. So we've had to
Why would you want to do that?
The death penalty because
but that's a merciful fate for that person.
Right.
My corporal punishment theory is there's 2 outcomes. You are stoned. Let's just use stoning. Stoned by the public until you have no pulse, or you live and you have to live the rest of your life with that humiliation and that. But like you said, the punishment has to match the crime.
Okay, so you're going to like Nathaniel Hawthorne and what was it, Scarlet Letter?
Yeah,
right. Scarlet Letter is she had some shameful punishment by virtue of her sin.
Right.
And that went on to public display. But at the end of the novel, she ended up, excuse me. I'm not getting teary eyed. I just can't talk. At the end of the novel, she ended up transcending her own character. And
that's a work of fiction, though.
It is a work of fiction. But, and like, okay, we haven't figured out how to incorporate personal transcendence for psychopaths yet as a society, right? But I think what I'm talking about is like we're looking at that through the lens of we have a hope to cure psychopathy,
maybe to an extent,
right?
But the extent being cut right the fuck off the minute you decide to do what this guy did or anything similar.
Yeah. Okay. So what I would ask is how is promoting? Okay, and I'm not calling you like. In a large essence, I 100% agree. It's like,
no, I'm glad you're making me think of this, but
I 100% agree. But why? Okay, is promoting corporal punishment just perpetuating evil.
I don't think it's perpetuating evil. It's deterring potential future evil.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, maybe like these are hard questions.
Yeah.
Really hard questions. Yeah. Yeah. Or
I mean, take the story of
not that we're to the point of understanding. Sorry, I just like totally cut you off.
I'm just going to use Cain and Abel as an example.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. So how did God respond to Cain? He publicly
rewarded him.
No. He publicly he shut him out of the lands. He publicly
That's
shamed him. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. And maybe the biblical story should be what we look back to determine how we respond to such things.
But is it biblical or is it just instinctual common sense? Like,
probably. I mean, what brought us the Bible? I mean, what brought us Genesis?
But it doesn't even have to be corporate punishment until you are dead and relieved of your last breath. It could be corporal punishment for if you're a degenerate piece of crap that walks up to an 80-year-old woman, pushes her down, steals her purse, and kicks her and runs off.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you get lashing. Maybe you get a finger cut off.
Yeah. How does a society decide?
I don't know,
decide?
But we're not making improvements whatsoever with.
There's no money
with
in
our
that.
current system. That's true. Yeah, we're not that's not a for-profit.
Yeah, I hate to laugh on such a serious
beating somebody with a cane. There's no profit in that.
Well, that's true. We have a prison infrastructure to maintain.
Yeah, but
yeah,
and
that's deep.
It
man.
may be a demented mindset, but to an extent, it's like everybody has to think of that.
Everybody should. Think about
spanking
that.
your kids is a form of corporal punishment.
Right. Everybody should think about that.
Yeah.
Right. And is it okay to spank your kids?
Absolutely.
Is it warranted?
I think so.
I think some situations.
Well, if
probably.
you need any damn proof, look at shit today. Because I guarantee you,
there's the savage answer.
These are the kids that weren't spanked, and they also were all given participation trophies. They are all adults now.
Yeah.
But it seems easy to formulate an opinion on the matter.
It does.
But yeah, it's like, okay, so some boys probably need to be spanked.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
I mean, and it's
maybe
not
some
even,
girls. I don't know.
It's not even
I was say, why would there not be girls that need to be spanked?
Some of the memories I have were not just really of the spankings. It was the process of, like we talked about the other day, having to go cut your own switch.
I mean, I got spanked.
Or
I
get
got
the
spanked
belt
like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why would you say that though? Why would you say boys?
Well, boys as a subset of people are more inclined to be affected by antisocial behaviors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
exactly.
Right. Women just drive their cars with kids full into a lake.
And you just got us in trouble.
Well,
no, that happened.
It did happen.
Yeah, it did happen. Or a bathtub.
Right.
But it's the male gender that seems to go around and either harm others or multiple others.
Right.
So,
which gets particularly problematic. I'm going to bring in a whole nother facet to this. Whenever you can't define male or female,
you can define male or female.
I'm gonna go.
Okay, go shoot it. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna go back to the whole men.
How do you define male or female?
No. I'm gonna go back before that when you said men do more of the crazy shit.
Yeah.
It's probably because I'm gonna blame it on the women.
Yeah. World wars.
I'm just saying.
Revolutions.
How many gay dudes you be seeing mass killing people?
Well, I mean, actually, lately there's been a few
gay people mass killing.
I don't know that anybody has done that study.
I don't know either.
Yeah, that's
and obviously I'm just joking. I love women.
Know,
so Savage is saying we should all just be gay.
That's what he's saying.
Something to think about.
I've wanted to be gay all my life.
That video that we watched of that one dude looking for a non-gay husband that likes to fish.
Yes. So what?
I mean, okay, face it. Okay, if we were gay, we would not have the problems that we have. It's like, okay, because men are sluts in general.
Both sexes are.
I think both sexes are.
Men are sluts, bigger sluts.
We are.
I don't know.
Adventurer, conqueror. We are conquering sluts.
Yeah.
Like we have to obtain the power or that
I don't
control.
know if you can say that because how many escorts, if you will, or why if men were,
very good point.
Men were more sluts, why isn't there more men sluts?
No, because the men are paying for it. The women have exploited.
There's women that pay for it also.
Yeah.
There are more female. I think one could say that there are more female escorts than men.
Oh, for sure.
The female has exploited that entrepreneurial realm, but the man is still paying for the service. Therefore, he still feels like he has the control.
We pay for it no matter what.
It's true.
I feel like we're edging on some really deep stuff.
But that brings me to another point, man. I mean, my wife I thought was beautiful and hot before, but it's weird. Like after we've had a kid now. Like my wife is fucking hot.
Yeah. So your brain is changing,
dude. Yeah.
Your brain is changing.
Yeah.
Probably in no small part because of oxytocin. Okay. And so that's interesting. I sit around, some of the really dark stuff I sit around and think about.
Okay. Tell us more.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I think like right now, I don't want to die.
No, I don't either. I don't think anybody does.
I don't want to die.
There's a sense of self-preservation
like,
that says,
I'm having fun.
Yeah, I love life.
Life
I
is
love
great.
everything about it.
I don't want to die.
Yeah.
But, so some of the senescence of the brain might actually lead to a complacency of death. Okay. So like, for instance, when I'm 80, or 90.
Let's go for 90. 80 still young, bro.
I think 90. I think 120.
Okay. I like your optimism.
Yeah,
120.
Yeah. So when I'm 120, my brain might be okay with death.
I think it won't be because your brain by then will probably be in another body because Elon's going to.
It's true.
I love it.
I hope my other body has a bigger.
I have hope for the future. Yeah,
let's add a couple inches there, Elon.
And John Vervaeke talks about this in his lecture series. That may not actually be a good thing. Like the ability to live forever or transcend our own death, may not be a good thing. To that we require death in order to exist,
fulfill a purpose. Yeah,
you're right.
Without that. What's the word I'm looking for? Expiration date.
Right. Like, if we lose the expiration date, then we're
hard to find a purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
Boy.
Wow. This is deep.
But anyways, the corporal punishment thing. Now I could say it's one thing to sit here and talk about, but if this guy, like I said, I think the death penalty is too merciful. If I was the sheriff and
I would say so. Like I want the guy to.
We're gonna turn him loose at this hour on this day or at this time on this day.
That would still be a death penalty, but
I know.
Just
but
the
suffer.
normal.
You're
normal
taking the
death
suffer
penalty.
out of it.
Yeah.
So if you had a community with a bunch of dads with stones in their hands, and this guy is on his knees begging and pleading, saying he made a mistake, could you still cast that stone?
That's tough.
I could.
I 100%.
Thank God I'm not given the option.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What could you
deep.
do if you were given the option?
And
but thank God I'm not given the option.
And this is something probably I say nobody's probably thought about.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I know none of us have. I haven't. But like I know it's crappy for the family that had to go through losing the kid, but man, I mean, how crappy is his family? What's the crap are they going through right now? Because he had like a wife and a kid.
And his own kid.
Their kid's going to grow up knowing their dad's that.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
but
God.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank God I'm not given the option. I'll first state that. But second of all, his kid's going to grow up in a world where the community killed her father in a corporeal fashion.
That's fine.
Maybe she could use that for positive reinforcement.
Yeah,
I don't know.
She can go around the nation giving speeches for millions of dollars.
Yeah, because either way, she's growing. Or I don't know if it's
because of his actions. That's the problem. Because of his actions, his family and his child now have a very shitty road ahead of them.
Yes,
not their fault.
Because why is it better to put them in a box and make us pay for it for the rest?
No,
I
don't think that's the right answer.
And the forgetful nature of humans too. So Athena no longer has a voice.
Yeah.
if we're all standing around with stones,
right,
ready to cast, and this guy is begging and pleading, this son of a bitch still has a voice.
Right. Okay.
She does not have that anymore.
So
that is done. That is unfortunately done, and everybody's going. Her voice can't be heard. You won't have that reason while he is sitting there begging and pleading.
So I'm
a changed man. I regret this, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't get to have her input.
Right. You have two metrics here that are at play. One is that's already happened. We can't go back in any way and reverse that. Okay, so there's
maybe we
one
can
view.
Cause an action that prevents it in the future.
That's
for
the
somebody
other.
else.
That's the other. Is like, how do we proceed as a justice system so that we prevent this type of behavior in other people?
Harshly.
And I don't even know if it takes the community doing it. I think if you just make the death penalty more easier to get on that. Because right now you got a 50-50 shot of doing something really, really stupid and never have to work again in your life.
Okay,
never have to do anything. You just got to be able to live in a box full of dudes.
Okay, what things are worse than death?
Well, there's an
Taxes.
existence. There's an existence inside. You could torture this guy until the day he dies by keeping him in a solitary cell or something.
Okay, so there are things worse than death, and the death penalty is only sort of bad.
Yeah,
right.
Oh, I think in some ways it's more merciful. Like, yes, I would love to keep this guy in solitary confinement in a dark, windowless cell for the rest of his goddamn life. The problem with that is you have now lost the public humiliation part of it that might contribute in the future to changing somebody else's mind, thinking, I should not kill this person. I should not harm this person. I should think about my actions.
Okay, in the punishment of another person. Okay, think about this. In the punishment of another person, there's some magical line that's crossed that you start viewing yourself as the monster. Okay, so that's
I do not view myself a monster for casting a stone at this guy.
Okay, so I have talked to parents, who punish their kids. Okay, their kid, generally, and have told me that they have felt at times that they've gone over the line.
Yeah.
Right. And they judge themselves. They have guilt for those moments.
Right.
Which I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. And they have to.
That's a key human element.
Yes.
Yeah. So they have to, in a sense, apologize to themselves, seek atonement.
Ooh, this is some for agreement stuff here.
Yeah. So they have to seek atonement for that injustice. Right. So magnify that to the societal level. And there is some magic undetermined line that we cross as a society that we then need to seek atonement for.
No, I can promise you, if I snapped and killed a person for raping and killing a child, I'd sleep like a freaking baby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's an apple.
I know you well enough to say that is probably true.
I think there's an apple and oranges comparison that might be in there somewhere. Like,
you're probably right. This is complex.
I overspanked my child versus I overkilled this person that raped and murdered.
Well, I just think if we
killed somebody, I don't know. Yeah, there's.
Yeah,
and finding that fine line of where are we going to have corporal punishment and where we're not. What is if you go to here, if you steal something, you're just going to get in trouble a little bit.
Yeah.
If you kill somebody, if it's two grown men, then okay. But if it's a woman, then maybe not. So there's your time. But I feel like the child thing should be easy. If it's under 8, if the person's under 18 and you murder them,
not even murder.
Sorry for your luck, buddy, or anything.
Molestation,
rape, anything.
That's a death sentence.
If it's a child, sorry, buddy, sorry for your luck.
Yeah.
Wait until they're adult before you do anything.
Yeah,
it's like that feels like no brainer.
It should be.
Yeah, it feels like no brainer.
Yeah. Half the Catholic Church would be shot down right now.
Convicted and
true story.
Convicted of molesting a child, I got no problem with sodomizing you with a red hot bale spike from my tractor.
But see, now you're getting.
I'm telling you, I'm talking about some sadistic, psychopathic stuff that crosses my mind when it comes to dealing with these people.
Well, and when you become a dad, it does that too.
Yes, it does.
But now what you got to have people to deal with is what happens if, let's say, just picking on Doc here a little bit. Let's say a underage person comes and tells us,
"Yep,
Doc molested me."
Right.
Well, who do you believe at that point?
That's true. Yeah.
What do you do then? Doc says, "No, I didn't touch him." The little kid's over there going, "No," and tells us all.
I mean, it happens all the time. Not with me personally.
Yeah, put that disclaimer out there, right?
Not with you personally, but it does happen. I've known people.
It does happen all the time.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what's crazy, especially nowadays, because
and this is why you have forensic examiners. You have people who are trained to seek out the honesty of and processes.
Yeah.
You have very
well. That's why I say, and there is that fine line to cross of being convicted without a reasonable doubt. Reasonable doubt being the key thing.
Yeah, but how many?
We've already put people to death.
We have
the DNA evidence in the future
that's what I was going to say.
Has revealed these people didn't do the crime you convicted them of doing, and now they're dead, and you can't take it back.
But there's also multiple people that's been in prison for 40 years, and they finally get out and go, and the government's like, "Oh, here's $1 million. Sorry, we've locked you up for your entire
half your
life.
Life is gone."
So it is a hard. I mean, I think that's a hard thing. But stuff like this.
Yeah,
homeboy, he admitted to it. I did all this.
Yeah.
Okay,
See,
boom.
Well, and you know me, y'all know me, that I am always going back to the Holocaust, right? And telling myself that, okay, the Holocaust really happened, right?
Absolutely.
Like it happened. Okay. It was acceptable on a national level to kill and torture a whole race of people in Germany at that time.
Because of public persuasion.
Right. And so we have to, I think all I'm saying is we have to be constantly weary of what we do on the national scale or what we consider okay.
Or not even a national scale, even a small local county by county scale, because that's where it starts.
Right.
In regards to that, you were talking about his favorite quote the other day. I found mine the other day, so I have it saved now.
I have another favorite too.
Okay.
I like this.
Say mine first.
I like this.
I think you can only have one favorite.
Yours favorite was the one he.
No, I know, but he says I have another favorite.
Oh, okay.
I got two best friends.
I mean, I don't know if you can.
And we're the two best friends that anybody can have.
Wolfpack.
We're the two best friends. Is it three? Yeah.
I think it's three, yeah.
Yeah.
And never, ever gonna leave each other.
And technically I got three because I'm married to one of them.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Those who can make you believe absurdities can make you commit atrocities.
Oh, that is really deep. Yeah, I like that. I really like that.
And that is applicable on a national scale, like
boom,
National Socialist Party, leading to a Holocaust, or on a local town and county level.
Yeah, and then take that and map it onto that which was COVID. You know, it's or many things. It's Jews are bad.
Yeah,
right. Wow, that's deep. Okay, what's yours? What's yours?
You said it earlier.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh,
I did
quote.
say it.
Okay,
okay.
Hold on. What is it?
This too shall pass.
Yes, that's right. Even though if it's a positive attribute.
Yeah. Okay, so mine is love is mutually accelerated disclosure. Or mutually accelerating.
Unpack that.
Disclosure. Unpack it?
Unpack it.
Okay, so love is, I could change it a little bit. Love is mutually accelerating vulnerability.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. The old analogy of the onion peeling back the layers.
Yeah. But it's that intent. It's like that statement works intent into it. It's that, okay, I'm open with you and I have a desire to be more open in a mutually accelerating fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Can Cow diapers.
I love that.
Throw that out there.
Are we getting to a point of wrapping this up?
I don't know how long we've been at it. We've gotten into some really deep stuff.
An hour and a half, yeah. Hopefully we're not going to be held accountable.
Okay, let's look at our
things
list
that we said about.
Yeah, I got Harry Potter to play.
Let's look
You
at our
transphobe.
Phobe. I know. Harry Potter.
Dusty knows best game.
Okay, that's what I wanted to
what
wrap
is
it up
that?
with. A very positive, fun, lighthearted suggestion because we all know Dusty.
Yeah, I thought it was something left on there from last
No.
What the heck is
Next
this?
time we're going to have him on again. So, Dusty,
Yeah.
do your homework. We all know that Dusty's like a walking, talking encyclopedia. So I propose that we have a little fun with it next time.
Okay.
And one, it's a game, okay? You either ask him a question, or no, we all ask him a question. He either responds with a fact and a true answer, or a complete bullshit answer.
A line of
and we've
bullshit.
got to figure out which is which.
Oh, I
or
like
if
this.
it's bullshit or if it's true.
I like this.
Or should we put it more on him? Should we already have this, and we both know the truth, but then we come up with a bullshit answer?
Well, we can do it both
and
ways.
he has to figure out.
But Dusty's the one that can like answer something on the fly.
Yeah.
Even though I've prodded him with stuff that I would think that he wouldn't know a damn thing about. So Dusty, you may have bullshitted me multiple times in my life.
Yes.
So let's just find out. Let's do it both ways. Let's
Okay.
decipher if he's factual or full of shit, or if we are factual or full of
And
shit.
he knows that.
I don't have a good poker
Does
face,
he
though.
know does he have awareness of the game? Does he know
If he's
that?
listening, he does now.
Yeah, if
Okay.
he listens to this, he will.
Okay, I like it.
But still, he's not going to know what we're going to come at him with.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Right.
he's got a good poker face, and he has that old man ability to just rattle off something, and
Right.
you're like, okay, you just take it for granted.
Yeah.
It could be true, it could be not be. I don't know.
The I've
Old man
I like it.
would call that someone that's full of shit.
yeah.
You got to be a little bit of full of shit to make
So,
people think.
Dude.
But I don't know I don't think I'm going to be good at it. I think I don't have a good poker face.
Yeah, because you'd have to be able to read the question.
Yeah.
And then say, this is the meaning behind this.
So I had the idea of another game too as our daughters get older and it's present because my youngest daughter just turned 10 today. Okay, so today's her birthday. But
Happy birthday, Amelia.
Yeah, maybe we
me and you both are broke.
bring our
by the
daughters
way.
on to ask very adult questions for short periods of time, because kids are funny.
Why are you looking at me? My daughter's
I don't
not
know.
answering questions for
Yeah,
a long
that's right.
time. It's going to be you two, and I'll sit here and mute a mic if I need to.
Yeah.
Kids can be very funny when they try to answer
Yeah, I'm all
hard
for that.
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to think about that.
Are you
think about it a little bit.
Are you thinking of the two oldest?
No, I'm thinking,
Do you want your kids
Oh, God.
exposed in the public
all
on
four.
this show?
oh yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to make their way
Okay.
in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Dusty knows best.
Yes.
Game to look forward in the future.
I
Surely he's not going to decline our suggestion.
Oh, heck
Surely he will indulge us of that.
Yeah,
we
he's
could probably do the same with Carson too.
Yeah, we
Since they're
totally
both going to
could.
be rotating
Mhm.
guest voices on here.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll run it by Carson
Yeah.
and see what he
Sure.
thinks too.
Okay.
Dusty, or what if we had them both on at the same time?
Oh, God.
They just
Dude.
talk to each other. and
Yeah.
we just sit, we're just-
We might as well go sit over on the couch.
they would be good guest hosts.
Yeah.
I think that's a good light way to end the show.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I like it.
After the territory that we've treaded through tonight.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in. Thanks
Yeah.
for listening for almost a damn year.
Almost.
Getting
Has it been that long?
Getting really, really close to a year. I think I'll have to look when we
I mean,
upload
what
this one.
episode are we even on? I don't even
37.
know.
37.
37?
37, yeah.
What?
And I'm pretty sure our first one was the middle of March last
Wow.
year. But if you
We need
stuck
to
with us,
seriously look that up,
J-Robs.
man.
we'll find out.
Oh,
here in a
yeah.
minute.
We'll find out
Yeah.
when we.
If you stuck with us, thank you. If you're new, thank you. Share and review. Leave us a good review. Hell, leave us a
Yeah.
bad review. I don't know.
Yeah, any reviews.
Yeah.
If you're offended, if you're a vegan and you want to be on the show,
Yeah.
If you dare,
I
listen
suppose I'll try to talk with you. If
Yeah.
not, I'll just keep my mouth shut and you two can chat with them.
Yeah, if
We
you
have-
dare, listen
We have
to
large holes out
I think
Jordan Peterson episode 321, and maybe
And-
someday we will have an episode 321.
Maybe we will have Jordan Peterson on as a guest. Just
You know,
you never know.
I'm all for shooting for the stars.
Yeah, why not? Man's got a dream. I think that one nurse that you aggravated might be a vegan. Rebecca, I think is her name. Rebecca.
Oh,
you
you're
can't-
talking about
you can't-
at the birthing
Yeah.
center.
If
Or
she's a
hospital?
vegan,
You offended somebody?
I mean,
he was being savage.
No,
does that shock you at all?
But even if she is a vegan, she's a wonderful nurse. That whole staff there is fantastic. We won't hold.
Just think how great she could be if she was eating beef.
I'm serious.
So you're saying even vegans can be likable? Even they can be good people
potentially.
Yes.
Wow.
So,
I didn't think I would hear that.
Dorothy. Where is Jess?
I don't have a clue. Oh, she's playing Harry Potter. That's exactly where she's at.
He says playing Harry Potter.
Man cave.
So, anyways, if I know she did listen because she found one of your cards and went and listened to it and came back the next day. Yep. And here's the thing though. So she's like, "Oh, I listened to your buddy's podcast." I don't guess she knew I was one of the voices. And I was like, and I was surprised because one, I was waking up from like sleeping through the night. And I'm like, how in the hell did you find out about the podcast? And she paused and she goes, "We're just psychopaths." We have an episode called Vegans Are Psychopaths.
Dude.
So, dude, Rebecca, if you're listening, thanks for listening to the show. 1, 2, if you want to come on and chat,
sure.
She could be our vegan.
She could be, and she could be a nurse to you.
Dude, that would be awesome. Let's do it.
Yeah,
I don't know how she'd get a hold of us, but
social
Facebook page,
Facebook page
on the Facebook.
You call up there.
Absolutely.
You can call up there.
Yeah, so, you couldn't go too many places in that hospital without finding one of our cars. I was sticking them in the elevators.
What are we going to name it tonight? Is it going to be Whiskey for My Men, Diapers for My Cows, or Uber Shitty Shitty?
I like Uber Shitty Shitty.
I like the diaper and the cow thing, but I don't know.
You have to know.
Okay.
We don't have to until we figure it out like we always do.
This is democracy.
Yeah. How do we decide? Okay, so you're the tiebreaker.
No.
Yeah.
No, because there's no tie.
Yeah.
He just said he likes
the cows. He likes the Uber.
Yeah. I said cows.
Okay. Oh, then you just broke it.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So I have a hypothesis too.
Yeah.
Okay. That the problem is not your phone. The problem might actually be your microphone.
Oh no! Stick it over on Doc's microphone to find out.
I moved my phone further away.
No, let Doc stick it.
You
to
hear
his.
that?
Yeah, let him stick it to his microphone.
Okay, so I get that.
You have an iPhone 14 Pro as well.
Okay, so let's do my phone.
I'm telling you.
What the fuck?
China, dude.
Here, do it to your microphone. Okay, so we just tested my hypothesis.
What is your service? What do you have for service?
Verizon.
Well, mine's the same as yours. It don't do it either.
I have T-Mobile. You have T-Mobile?
No, God no.
Dude, those are probably the 5G rays that are giving us cancer.
We're getting COVID-19 right now.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Bro.
Sorry, guys. I'll see you guys at an early afterlife. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. We love you, and we'll see you on the next one.
Adios.
Good night.
You've been listening to the Whiskey Bros Around the Table.
Gracias por convivir con los hermanos Whiskey.